All right. Hey guys, how you doing? What we have here is a Frankenstein model of a lawnmower here. Obviously, it is a Briggs and Stratton Murray 22-inch. And what we have here is a Craftsman 21-inch. So nothing is going to be as it seems here. So I think I want to take a look at the problem here. We have had a problem with the carburetor and the priming and the primer. For some reason, the primer didn't work. So what I did was I went through all of the problems. I looked at the primer bulb. It looked dry rotted and terrible. I went out, bought a new primer. There's scores of links on how to switch out a primer, so I am not going to tell you how to do that. You can do that research on your own. Then I found out that the way this backing plate is designed, you have a system where the air is forced up through a channel. It comes out here. However, when you look at it here, you can see that the hole where the channel lines up goes to nothing. Where you see the other, where that brass elbow coming out, that is where it primes. So if you force air through there, you can see it come out. So there, problem solved, right? Wrong. The backing plate is incompatible with this carburetor, but because everything has been wiped out, no hint of a serial number anywhere except right here, and that serial number leads to a different kinds of engine. So I can't even use those numbers. And when I went down to my good friends at Morrison's here in Plymouth, they said that, well, at this point, it's just pretty much guessing, and it would just be a waste of everyone's time and my money to just, take wild guesses and find something that fits. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what any man would do. Grab a beer and over-engineer the hell out of this. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that in a second. I'll explain it to you right now. Right here I have all the stuff that I used. That's what I used to soak the carburetor in Coca-Cola. Great for cleaning carburetors. That's why you shouldn't drink it. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put a tube through here so that it, basically remake the connection. And then the tube is going to come over here. It's important that it's elaborate like this so that there are no kinks in the tubing. So we can actually force air out through here into the carburetor, and also avoiding heat, which might melt this tubing. Hopefully it won't melt off right here. I'm praying that there'll be enough air going through there to prevent this from getting so hot that it melts the tubing. If that happens, I'm going to probably have to figure out something else. I'm probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours into working on this thing. If everything was done right, I would have spent a half hour at most with all of this. And I would be, only $20 into, parts here instead of 40. So I'll be right back. I'm going to put all this together. I forgot to mention that you need to save the original gasket for a job like this, because the new gasket will never preserve the vacuum here. It's very important to do that. Otherwise, you're screwing the next guy. And if you're the next guy, screw the next guy. It's not a very fun game. Okay, so I put it all together. I pieced it all together, and we have a tube right here that goes all the way from the primer around the back and then through here. And the reason why it's so elaborate like this is because I want to prevent any kinks from getting in here. But you look in there. Let's see if we can get a good look in there. There it is. It's a little unclear. I'm going to push on the primer, and you can see it works. Now we have a primer that works, and it should start right up. Let's see if there's a way I can set it up, because I'm too cheap to buy a freaking tripod. Who needs a tripod when you have all this junk? All right. I call that a success anyway, even though it does sound like the machine is misfiring or something. I don't know. I don't care. I'm happy with the result. Thank you for viewing. Have a good day.